Hi guys, nothing says Halloween more to me than peanut butter and chocolate. I don't know about you, but I am a true lover of Reese's Pieces. And when I was a kid, we used to get the Reese's candy bars and I was just like, oh my God, these are so good. Anyway, with Halloween just around the corner, I wanted to make these for you. And these are Buckeyes, very easy to make. And I'm gonna show you a way to cheat too, because we're gonna use a food processor and that is gonna sift my powdered sugar. It's only 5 ingredients and I'll go through that right now. We've got peanut butter. I'm using the creamy peanut butter. You can use a crunchy, but it's up to you. This is a nice creamy peanut butter. I've got 1 cup of butter that is very soft. Some of it's almost melted. I've got a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Over here on my stove in a double boiler, I've got 4 cups of semi-sweet chocolate. And right here, I have 4 cups of powdered sugar. And really, the inside of these is very similar to the inside of one of the Reese's peanut butter cups. So we're gonna start off by putting the powdered sugar in here. And you're gonna wanna make sure when you do this that you cover the feed tube because it will get powdery. This is, in essence, this is the same as sifting your powdered sugar. The recipe calls for sifting. I do this and it just makes it so much easier. And I'm gonna use this food processor again because I've gotta make some more of those dog treats. The dogs loved them the other day when I made them. They went crazy with them. So let me pulse this for a second and we'll get that going. So in this bowl, I've got the 1 cup of butter that is softened. And then I've got 1.5, I'm sorry. Yeah, 1.5 cups of peanut butter. Make sure your butter is unsalted. You don't want to use a salted peanut butter. I mean a salted butter. So we're gonna mix this in here and we're gonna wanna make sure it's really incorporated. Let's go ahead and turn that off because that's good and sifted. And there we go. Get that mixed. I've already got 2 trays here lined with parchment. And my chocolate is over low heat in my double boiler. So I've got a glass bowl that is in a pot. I'm not letting the bottom of the glass bowl touch the water. You've always got to be careful anytime you're doing this with chocolate. You want to make sure that you do not introduce any water into the chocolate or it will seize up and you don't want that. All right, we're going to go ahead and add the vanilla extract and get that all mixed up. It's looking good. The peanut butter is nice and soft now due to the melted butter. And I'm gonna turn this off for a second while I get this apart and then we'll come back. Okay, as you can see, I've got the top off. I'm gonna go ahead and add the peanut butter mixture to the food processor right now. All right. And we may have to take the top off and incorporate that, stir the sides down. So we'll see though as we do it. All right, perfect. Let's get this back on. Here. And let's pulse this to start mixing it. It's going to come together pretty quickly. Mix it down. Stop this and we'll scrape down the sides really quickly. And the reason why Buckeyes got their name, when the settlers were first settling Ohio, and you know Ohio Buckeyes, you've heard of that. The new immigrants, a lot of the new immigrants came in and they had these wide eyes, and they thought they looked, it reminded the people that had already settled that they looked like deer, the deer in the area. So that's how Buckeyes got their name. So a little trivia there. The first time I ever tasted these was when a good friend, her daughter, was in High Steppers with Carly, and she made them for us for Christmas. And it was just like, oh my God, they're unbelievable. And they were unbelievable. And this is a very simple recipe. All right, let's see what we've got here. And I think we're pretty good. So this is how you want it. You want a doughy consistency. We're gonna give this a taste to make sure it's got what it needs. Oh yeah, it's got what it needs. And I'm not gonna bore you with this, but we're gonna take these and make little balls. I'm gonna put them on the trays here, and then I'm gonna refrigerate them for a while till they get really firm. Because if I put them in hot chocolate at this point in time, they would tend to melt. They would lose their shape, so we don't want that. One good thing about doing this is you can make these, and after you do the second chilling with the chocolate, you can take each one, and they're already firm with the chocolate on them, and then you can put them in bags and freeze them until you need to use them for Christmas, or you need to give them as gifts. So I'm gonna go ahead and make these so not to bore you, and then we'll be back when we start dipping them. Okay, we're back. These have been in the freezer for about an hour. And while they were in there, of course, I rolled about 60 of them. So that was a little bit of time that we took. But I've got several more trays in the freezer. I have my chocolate, as I said earlier, over a double boiler. I'm very careful not to get any liquid in it because I do not want it to seize up. It's nice and smooth right now. We got it good and stirred, and it's on very, very low. I have another parchment lined tray, and I've got toothpicks, very technical equipment. I'm gonna stick the toothpick right into that, and then I'm gonna dip it in there, just twirl it around, and bring it out. That's what it's gonna look like. And there's two ways you can do it. You can either put the chocolate side down, which is an easier way. There we go, like that. Or you can turn it over so there won't be a flat side. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it the easier way because I'm a little lazy here. So I'm dipping them. And as you can see the eye, the little spot? That's the Buckeye. And we're gonna go ahead and put that here. And then after I get this tray done, I will go ahead and go back to the refrigerator and then chill them. And at that point in time, I can bag them to freeze, or I can go ahead and put them in a container. I recommend not leaving them out at room temperature because your chocolate will still be soft. I think it's probably better to keep them refrigerated until they're ready to use or until you're ready to give them as a gift. But they make a wonderful little treat. And I'll tell you what, the first time I tried them, it was just like, whoa, these are great. And as I said, Halloween is about peanut butter and chocolate and all those good things that go along with it. So I hope you try this, and I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you again. Bye.